Hello everyone, it's me Vivi and welcome! Crash Team Rumble is an upcoming online team-based 4v4 game. This game is being developed by Toys for Bob, the same team who brought us Crash Bandicoot for It's About Time, as well as Spyro Reignited Trilogy. As you've noticed right from the get-go, the visual style appears to follow the one from Crash 4. A quote from Associate Creative Director at Toys for Bob, Studdert: "When building the game, we wanted to first make sure it is approachable, so any player can jump in. We are acting as a welcoming point to players new to the franchise. As for Crash fans, we add additional layers to the game that feature deeper strategy for them to enjoy." Now let's get one thing out of the way. Is Crash Team Rumble a multiplayer online battle arena, a MOBA? Studdert at Toys for Bob explained that no, this game is not a MOBA. In fact, here's their thoughts on the whole premise of the game. How can we create something fresh and exciting? Take the authentic core Crash DNA, which is tied to intense, precise platforming, and marry that with a multiplayer competitive gameplay. Right off the bat, Crash Team Rumble, or CTRB for short, is online only. There are no signs of single-player offline mode. To word it differently, there doesn't seem to be any plans for campaign mode right now. In fact, both Xbox and PlayStation storefronts mention how online play is required. Playing a game online naturally nowadays would require an online subscription, which is standalone. In order to play CTRB, you will need either a Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or Xbox Live Gold. Same goes for PlayStation. You will need an active PlayStation Plus subscription in order to get access to online features. Activision's fact page also mentions you needing a valid Activision account. CTRB is coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox, as well as Xbox Series X and S. Yes, the game will be cross-play, meaning Xbox and PlayStation owners can play the game together online. In fact, looking at the preview, you notice a logo representing the console they're playing on. Is this game optimized for PS5 and Xbox Series XS? Yes, but not much info on that. The PS Store mentions how vibration function is supported, DualSense wireless controller. Xbox Store says simply optimized for Xbox Series XS. So with the game relying solely on online gameplay, some might wonder if this is free to play. It's not. The game's standard edition will cost $29.99 USD. As for Deluxe, we're looking at $39.99 USD. This next installment is planned to release on the 20th of June 2023 and is now available to pre-order. According to the Activision fact page, if you pre-order Deluxe, you get early access to the game on June 18th, 2023. Unfortunately, there's no signs of a physical version. Activision nor Toys for Bob have said anything regarding the matter. In fact, the fact page states that CTRB is available in 2 digital-only editions, that being Standard and Deluxe, which we'll dive into shortly. By pre-ordering either edition, be it Standard or Deluxe, you will gain access to a limited time closed beta. The time period we're looking at is from the 20th to the 24th of April 2023. Paul Yan, Toys for Bob's co-studio head, added, "We truly value the community's feedback and will use this input to fine-tune the game for an amazing player experience on launch day. See you in the closed beta. When you download the beta, you will have the option to choose one character out of 5. We'll have Crash, Coco, Dingodile, Tawna, and Cortex. The beta will have 3 arenas: Just Beachy, Calamity Canyon, and Tiki Towers. Now just because the beta gives you access to 5 characters only, it doesn't mean that we won't have more in the final version. So far from the looks of it, we have 8 confirmed characters for the final game: Crash, Coco, Dingodile, Tawna, Neocortex, Catbat, and Brio, as well as female Entropy. As for potential cameos or other characters, well, that remains a mystery. I wouldn't be surprised if, say, Spyro makes an appearance eventually. If you recall, there was this backdrop on the official website. One of them looks like a wing and reminds us of Spyro. Again, no, I don't think that the wing here represents Catbat. The tail cuff in this case would represent Catbat. So about the difference between Standard and Deluxe, by heading over to the official website, PlayStation Store or Xbox storefronts, whichever you prefer, you can find all the features included in each. Among this list, for Standard, we got a premium Battle Pass unlocks for Season 1, as well as Retro Threads, Tawna skin. Does this mean alternate Tawna will wear classic Tawna's outfit, or perhaps have a similar hairstyle maybe? Time will tell. Really. This whole Battle Pass thing we'll shortly discuss, but first, let's just take a look at the Deluxe Edition. By the way, have you noticed how the Deluxe Edition has gold Wumpas? Neat little detail I noticed. So naturally, Deluxe includes everything from Standard, Premium Battle Pass for Season 1 and Season 2, not to mention 25 instant tier unlocks for Season 1 Premium Battle Pass. Whether or not 25 is the max tier for Season 1 is unknown. Other goodies include cosmetics, music, and sound effects. I take it that's blocky Crash right there. Pixelated shadow could perhaps refer to seeing characters from afar, or behind structures. The press release also mentions how both Standard and Deluxe will feature limited time modes. Nothing more was shared surrounding this topic. We do wonder, however, does mode in this case mean different sorts of minigames? And will this be part of these battle passes? Because so far we have one mode, and that's 2 teams banking on Wumpa. We guess time will tell. And speaking of which, what are these battle passes about? Especially premium. So far they've announced 2 premium battle passes. One for Season 1 and the other for Season 2. Standard will feature a pass for Season 1. Deluxe will feature passes for both seasons, with the extra being 25 tiers already unlocked for Season 1. That's cool and all, each edition giving us these premium passes, but we still don't know much about long-term stuff. Both storefronts, PlayStation and Xbox, mention in-app purchases. At quick glance, that's the premium passes they could be referring to. If we remove premium, we're simply left with Battle Pass. Battle passes usually are not free and require real money to unlock. Maybe CTRB might feature a free pass, the Battle Pass, and then the Premium Battle Pass. This is pure speculation, by the way, nothing is confirmed here. Difference here, I'd say, is the number of rewards you can unlock in each Battle Pass, be it the free one, the normal Battle Pass, or the premium one. What's unknown, however, is whether or not the game will allow us to collect in-game currency to purchase a Game Pass. I'm simply comparing this to the Grand Prix system from CTR Nitro Fueled. Looking back, players could farm on Wumpa coins and enter the pit stop to purchase rewards they missed out on during the Grand Prix. The Grand Prix themselves would require the player to collect enough Nitro to fill up the Nitro gauge. Filling up bronze, silver, and gold tiers via challenges would unlock characters, skins, and cosmetics. So again, we wonder if this game will allow us to collect in-game currency by simply playing. One little thing I'll add here, the whole potential of Spyro appearing as a playable character, as we've discussed previously, that could be tied to a certain tier in whichever season that may be. It's just a little theory. If you're wondering whether or not your team can equip the same character, yes, you can do so. If you want 3 Neocortexes and 1 Crash in your team, you can do so, explained Lou Studdert at Toys for Bob. According to Gamerant's article, each match lasts between 4 to 5 minutes. They attended the preview event, so that must have at least been mentioned somewhere? In the end, this is just coming from one source. The game will feature public and private matches. If you just want to play with your friends, you can do so. From what we notice here, your team needs to score a total of 2,000 points or Wumpas in order to claim victory. One cool thing we also notice is a snippet of Crash 4's music playing during the end screen. I'll take it the game will feature a ton of scores, and perhaps will allow players to choose what they want to hear. You can also hear a narrator during gameplay. Seems like a nice accessibility feature for those who rely on sound a lot. I assume you can toggle this on-off, judging from the other gameplay we've seen without it. When you start a match, you're choosing a hero, and you're choosing a power. It really allows you to find a unique combinatorial playstyle that defines you. There you have it. Each character can be paired with a special power. So far, we are officially aware of 3. We got the healing fridge. From the looks of it, you have to remain in close proximity for it to heal your teammates. We have the Wumpa stash. Once the power is fully charged up, the player can deposit it in their bank. Then we have the Gasmoxian guard, that huge fella over there. At least, it seems to be. It also seems to be color matched for the team in this case. We have a big red one guarding gem pads, and the team's bank itself. Before we talk about the function of these gem pads or relic stations, let's first understand these hero roles. We have the scorer's primary objective is to collect Wumpa fruit across the map and deliver them to their team's Wumpa bank. Crash and Tawna are examples we believe so far. Blockers play defense and are tasked with stopping opponents from scoring. Dingodile seems to fit that role. Lastly, boosters capture gems across the map to activate relic stations, which then gives their teammates special powers to gain an advantage. Cortex and Coco we believe to have these roles. Apart from roles, each character will not only have their own set of unique abilities, but their stats will be different too. We're talking about Wumpa carrying capacity, health, and mobility. One of the things that we've seen with these relic stations, especially the epic ones, is that they can absolutely turn the tide of a match. Vying over that epic relic station can sometimes what wins or loses a match. So about these relic stations and epic relic stations, the former appears to give players a temporary boost or advantage, like the beach ball for this arena. A force field even, we notice the station. We have the Junker Ball station as well. Bombardment, we can notice as well. All these stations appear to be a game of who's the fastest. If you're fast enough and redeem enough relics you've collected, you can unlock these temporary powers. We also have map-specific relic stations, which they call epic stations. From the current footage we have Oxide's UFO, Uka Uka, and a bonus bank. These epic relic stations will require more relics. As for gem pads, we notice 3 zones, A, B, and C. Whichever team captures a set of gem pads get a percentage boost for their Wumpa. In this case, we have 30% boost for the red team for 1 set. Capturing gem pads also unlocks relic stations. Activating gem pads is a role given to booster characters. However, there's nothing stopping a scorer from capturing gem pads, and there's nothing stopping a booster from collecting Wumpa and banking it. They even have an unofficial term for this, soft rolls they call it. Studdert explained how the team is constantly playing through the game over and over again, testing out new ideas and just finding that right balance for players. They don't want characters being better or stronger than the other. They want to make the game fun. They just really want to make this accessible to newcomers or a new generation of Crash Bandicoot fans. So, with that said, folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, a big thanks to my patrons for supporting the channel, and thank you to everyone for tuning in. I've been Vivi, and until next time.